Hey, 1, 2, 3, we are live. Yeah. We are live, my people. Who is in the building? Happy Sunday, everyone. Sorry, everybody. I was here at the right time, and this network was messing around. I'm so sorry about that because I said I was going to come up by exactly 6 o'clock. I was here in the house, but the network was just messing around, you know. So yeah, Rolo, thank you, Rolo, for being here. Yeah, happy Sunday, everyone. It's good to be here. It's good to be back. I want to thank everyone, first and foremost, for being there over the weeks. 2 weeks ago, I was live on Instagram with my sister, my darling Stella Damascus. We discussed on parenting with parenting children with special needs. I'm sorry, parenting children with special needs and being parenting generally. Okay, and it was for just an hour. It was awesome. It was something else. It was on her platform. A lot of people joined that live. People were asking questions, mother, father, parents are asking questions. And after the live show, people came over to my DM to ask some questions as well. People said that we didn't finish, that 1 hour was too short. In fact, it was too short indeed. So by popular demand, I've returned back to answer some of the questions we had and some of the questions that were left on my DM. Okay, so thank you for your support. Thank you for being there. Your girl is back. Nkechi Ejikeume on Who Cares to Care. If you are seeing my face for the first time, my name is Nkechi Ejikeume. So thank you. So today, I want to say, how are we doing? How are we caring? How are we faring? It's always an exciting time to come back. Yes, I would have brought us this live last week, but I needed to upload the first episode, which I did with my Stella. So it took some logistics to move it from Instagram to YouTube. If you are a video content or sorry, if you are a if you are a if you are if you are a creator, if you are a content creator, if you are a video creator, that's what I wanted to say. I was right, actually, video creator. You know what I'm talking about. So it's a bit complicated to move from Instagram to YouTube, but that we were able to do. So this is the sequel of episode 1. So this is episode 2. Yeah, a parent poured out her heart on my DM. In fact, I had to call her. And she said she has a child with special needs, told me the age of the child and everything. She's confused, she's devastated, she doesn't know what to do, where to start, and all. I said to her, do not kill yourself. Do not kill yourself. I asked her if she had other children, and she said yes. Give me a thumbs up if you're in the house, please. Give me a thumbs up. So she has other children, and this one is in between other children. I said, now it has happened, and all your children are still very young. Of course, it's a very devastating story. It is not a good diagnosis. Nobody looks forward to it. Nobody prepares you to be a mom with a child with special needs, and nothing prepares you for it. As far as you're concerned, you just felt pregnant. Normally, all your own is a healthy baby. That's the whole idea. I mean, what is their business with having a child with special needs? But now it has happened. It's just to find a way of getting around it. I told her, I said, listen, don't lose your mind. Don't go mental. Don't go mad. It has happened. It has happened. But at the same time, I understand how she's feeling because I have sat where she is sitting right now. But I said to her, just try and bring the children together. It is important to bring them together. It is important to unite them as one. It is important to bring them up as one. It is important to make sure that you treat him or her similarly like you treat other of your children. Don't start isolating her from the from his or her sibling. Don't start isolating him or her from the things people are doing in the house, because if you start early to teach that child, to train that child, to make that child live some form of normal life, is easier and is better, trust me. Because most of the autistic children, they hear, they understand, they can't just speak. Some of them used to speak and lost their speech along the lines. So they can hear and they understand. So please, it's important to recognize these facts and make sure that these children get some form of understanding. Don't wrap them, don't bubble wrap them, or isolate them, or just give them a normal life, because you have to be thinking of the future. And as much as it is practicable, if that child can, assist himself and do some things for him or herself, the less liability he is on the people that are looking after him. You, the mother, you, the father, you, the siblings, even the carers coming in. Because no matter how much anybody wants to carry you, when you are too heavy, the person has the tendency to drop you. So based on that, it is important that we start training them immediately. We start trying to maximize their potential. We just start finding where they can excel, where they can, be useful to themselves, and just know that child and try to make that child useful. Don't isolate them. Isolating them will be the worst thing, because already they feel isolated. Even when you don't isolate them, they are already isolating themselves. So it is your job and your responsibility to make sure that they bond together, whether he likes it or not. By the time you keep on making sure that he bonds together with his siblings, with his sisters and brothers, he gets used to it, whether he likes it. Some of them don't want to be touched. It's a lie. We don't want to be touched. Why? I must touch you, whether you like it or not. But you see, they start getting used to some things after a while and start, dropping some small mannerism. It might take a while, but honestly, they get there. Another thing I told her is, because I could hear her sound, I'm not judging her, I can't judge her. I could feel her anger, and I get it, I understand. I was there. I could feel her pain and her anger. I said to her, please, you have to learn to love this child. You have to learn to love this child. You have to start to loving this child. The way you love him, the way you manage him, the way you treat him, his siblings are watching. It will rub off on the way they will be treating him or her as well. I know they do a lot. Don't even think I don't understand. I know they do a lot. I know they do a lot. From eating what you don't want them to eat, to wearing pampers on end. Wearing pampers is bad enough. Then they start smearing the pampers, the poo all over the floor in the house, the wall, and everything. From getting to a certain stage where they start ripping off your carpets, ripping your chairs, ripping everywhere, out of looking for what to do. Some of them start breaking the wall. I understand. Even when they're and where we live in Amaka Glorious, good to see you, good to have you here. Thank you, Amaka Glorious. Thank you for joining us. This is a sequel. This is a sequel from the life I did with Stella Damascus, my sister and my friend, and you were there that day. God bless you. Stella Amaka Glorious is my daughter. She is a fantastic daughter. Honestly speaking, she's a dynamite. I say it every day. I'm not even joking about it. Honestly, she's a wonderful. I'm proud of her, and she's doing well in her own right as well. So Amaka Glorious, this is a sequel. It's a sequel from the life I did with Stella Damascus, and on Instagram Live. So I've managed to bring it on YouTube, um, episode 1. So this is episode 2. So people asked questions on my DM. People left some comments on my DM. People wanted me to speak about a few things. That's why I have returned back today, and I'm going to return back a couple of times live again to answer other questions, because I have questions on my DM. You know, people said that that 1 hour live was short, and it was short indeed. So I have just taken one mother's question. I want us to discuss it for a few minutes. I will not be here for too long. Then we'll take it from there. Next Sunday, I'll be back. So, like I was saying, I said to this mom, the way you treat this child will, and the way you treat this child will, the way you treat this child, I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to be careful because I understand people's pain. I understand their frustration. It's a very sensitive topic. But, you know, because when you say the way you treat this child, I don't want to say it. I don't want it to sound easy, because I know it is not easy. But moms, the way you treat this child will now make his siblings, even the people you bring as nanny, treat him the same way. If you keep on insulting this child, if you don't respect this child, if you don't treat him with some love, even the nannies you bring will not do the same thing. The siblings will not do the same thing. In my house, for example, even when you see we work together, I and my children, we work together, because we bounce off on each other as it concerns looking after my son Nakas. At times, my Nakas will do one thing. In those days, he still does things now, but not as bad as he used to be. He will do one thing, I'll feel like, maybe the brother will just come, oh, mom, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You know. And then he might do other thing. The brother will say, this, I said, please calm down, calm down, calm down. And that works. Once you people team up, it's a team. Once people team up to look after that child, show him love, respect him, teach him, because they learn. It takes time for them to learn, but whether they learn, for sure, I can tell you without any fear of contradiction that these children, they learn. And when they learn, they've learned, and they run with it, and they don't forget it. That's just the beauty. It might take a time, it might take a while, but once they learn, they run with it. And that is the reality. So it is important to give them that respect, recognize they're a human being, recognize that they have feeling, recognize that they don't understand what they are doing, because what they know is what they want to do. But what they don't know is the impact on their family, on their mother, on their father, on their sibling. They don't understand that part. As far as they're concerned, they want to do, and they will do, and they're doing. You see? So the way you manage this child as well, it is exactly even the way school, after school club, and all members of the family will manage this child. The way you present him, the way you talk to him in public, the way you talk about him in school. School is a big one. School is a big one. School is a big one, because they are watching you when they call you for those random roundtable meetings, and maybe there are 8 professionals. And when you speak, when they ask you a question, they might fly you 2 or 3 questions at the same time. When you are talking, they're watching to see whether you are talking with anger, whether you hate that. They perceive all these things from the way you sound. Whether you are nonchalant with your child, whether you don't even care about this child, they see all these things. They see all these things. So once they pick that you don't care about this child, they record that one. Once they pick that you are nonchalant, they record that one. Once they pick that you don't give a damn, I hope that's not a swear word. They don't, once they pick all those things, and that's it. But when they know in his school, after school club, social worker, all these other professionals, when they're aware that this mom does not mess with this child, they know. A social worker once told me that we know those moms, that don't joke with their children. Excuse me. That they know those mothers that don't joke with their children. That they will swallow you alive if you mess with their children. That they have me number one on their list. And this is supposed to be a new social worker. So once you land, they will tell you, let me have a drink, my people, please. So once you land and you're a new staff, they will tell you that this one does not joke with Nkechi. And I don't care. Because that child can have certain respect from them, depending on how you treat that child. I'm sorry. So let me be whatever they want to call me to them, but let me protect my child, get them to respect my child and look after my child. So these things are important. The way you handle your child, the way you handle your child, the way you manage your child, the way you present your child, and everything. Somebody asked a question. This same lady asked a question and said that she can't even take him to church because of the way he behaves, you know, or the way people, you know, behave around them. I get that and I understand. Not just church, even parties or outings. But you have to get to a place where it goes back to the same thing I'm saying. The way you present that child is the way people will treat. In my church, I don't care. Do you see Nakas you're seeing today used to launch himself into things in church? Ah, who are you? You see those snacks in the foyer in those days, if we're having a party, Nakas will literally launch himself into it now, straight away. But with time, my Pastor Paul is calling me.
Nkechi, how are you doing?
Papa, I'm doing live on YouTube, but it's okay. I'm doing a live on YouTube.
No. Let me let you be.
Can I call you back, sir?
Catch up to you another time. Enjoy it. Yeah, I'll call you. Just send me a text and I'll call you.
Yes, Papa. Thank you so much.
It's going to be a busy evening. I'll call you back later.
Thank you, Papa. Thank you so much.
Blessings.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're welcome. Bye.
That was my Papa Paul at the Pharisee. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, my Nakas used to launch himself into the. If you are eating, he will launch himself into your plate too. If you whatever they're doing in church, but I kept on teaching him. That you see, because when you walk into my church, the foyer is like this, and they will lay out all the food, all the cookies, all the snacks, and everything. I used to stand by the foot of the stairs, waiting for Nakachuku to come down. You know, in my church, he sits upstairs in the prayer room. I have to wait to be able to hijack him when he's coming down with the carrot so that he does not launch himself. I will remove my high heel. I didn't care anymore. I did not care anymore. Because you see, people will make you feel, if you don't take your time, people will make you feel, what's wrong with you people? If they look at you and like, what's wrong with you people? You look at them too, what's wrong with you people too? And all that. So if Manakas launches himself into people's food, I just say sorry and take my son. I had to learn to rise above the, in quote, disgrace. I had to learn to rise above how people will look. Because the way they will look at you people like, are you people mad? Maybe tomorrow you will not want to come back. But even the way you manage the situation, back to respect, even the way you manage the situation will now make people either respect that child, disrespect. In short, from the way the child dresses, we make sure that we dress Nakas hot. He wears nice clothes to church, and from his shoes, because people are watching. People are watching. People are watching, trying to see what they can say, what they can do. Meanwhile, they can't do better. They cannot do better. Give them that child. They can't look after that child for 1 hour. So Even when Manakas launches himself into stuff and all that, or does one thing in church, my dear, I would just pretend. I don't care. I'll just apologize if I have to apologize. I'll just take my son, and that's it. And Naka, stop. And that's it. And once people see that, they will start giving that child respect, giving you respect. They will come back to you and say, ah, well done, oh, you're trying, oh, Sister Nkechi. Ah, yes, you're trying, oh. So the way you respect your child, the way you talk to your child, the way you love your child, the way you get his siblings to help and all that, the way you make him grow up or her with other children matters a lot. So I have told that mother, and I brought the answer to this life as well, so that other mothers can hear, the people hearing me now and the people that will watch later. Even if you don't have a child with special needs, it doesn't matter. You know somebody that has a child with special needs. So it's important for us to respect these children, because, you know, at times I look at my son, Nakachukwu Hokodi, he's 18. I go out of my way to, you know, do a bit too much. It's exhausting. I'm not enjoying it per se, but because it is rewarding, it is rewarding to me, because I just cannot imagine how he feels. He has to wait people to do some things for him, or, you know, everything has to be at your own time. So I make sure I go out of my way. I straight at times I might just be wanted, and my children will say, Mom, wait. I said no, because it is not easy for people to even carry you. It is not easy. When they're tired, they just dump you in a corner. So I go out of my way. I do my best. I want us to do our best. We mothers, we are trying. It's not easy. So I want that mother, don't die, don't break down, don't lose your mind, don't go mad, don't go crazy. It has happened. It has happened. And the earlier you start teaching that child, the earlier you start getting that child to maximize his potentials. You start discovering their strengths and their weaknesses. And whatever their strengths are, just challenge them in that area. And once you do all that, you know, you can see that that child is going to be a better child. Starting early is important. Starting early is key. Starting early is paramount. Starting early to get his sibling to respect him, to love him, to adore him. In this house, my children, they adore their brother. They adore their brother. My daughter keeps on saying that she needs to make sure she makes a lot of money to look after Nakas in the future. They are beginning to plan for the future. When they say these things, I didn't send them. I just be looking. It brings tears to my eyes. At least they are aware that they have somebody to look after. But thank God it is the way I have tried to be. I mean, I'm not all perfect. Don't get me wrong. I have not all done it right. Oh, no. I haven't all done it right. I have made my mistakes in the past as well. You know, I have made my mistakes in the past. But learn from the mistakes. Even when you lose your temper, or even when you speak to that child in a certain manner, go back to that child and apologize. That's a huge one. They know. Go back to that child and apologize. After all, nobody have taught you how to look after. Nothing has prepared you how to be a mother with a child with special needs. Nothing. So I have told that mother, I'm telling other and telling other mothers, and telling fathers, and telling us, and telling me. Even till now, my son is 18. Sometimes, I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up. But you see, when I think of it, a man of 18 years, you know, because you don't want to leave the kitchen open. He will drink honey, he will drink sugar, he will eat crunchy nuts. You didn't send him. He's not the only human being in this house. There are other people that eat those things. So you see yourself trying to always be there to support him and all that. So moms, fathers, parents, cousins, siblings, let's do our best in looking after these people. They learn, they understand most of the time, and once they understand, they have understood. We have to make sure that school does not insult our children. Hey, we have to make sure that school does not insult our children, because they know how to, these people. Okay, for example, the last battle I had with these people, my son went to school with a pink shirt and returned back with a white shirt. I called the school. I said, where is my son's shirt? That he threw it across one fence. I said, which one is across one fence? And this child is supposed to be with a worker. They call it one-on-one, one-to-one or whatever. So when they were playing, when they are inside the classroom, he doesn't need one-on-one. But maybe when they're playing in the field, because when I had fence, that means they were outside the class. I said, what was that human being doing for his t-shirt to fly across? I was on their case. So I said, people must bring back that t-shirt today. I said, if it's any of you, will you go out with pink t-shirt and come back in a white one that you didn't take from home? Don't tell me that his shirt is missing. Don't tell me his shoe is missing. Don't tell me his socks is missing. Because that is insulting my people and non. Don't keep on reminding me and my son that my son is not fully capable to look after himself. I don't want that nonsense. I will clamp on them straight away. Now they have learned that this shirt issue, I was on them. I was firing email. It wasn't about the shirt. It was about principle. It wasn't about the shirt. It was about principle. I clamped on them. They said they want to pay for it. I say, you're not paying for it. The fact still remains that next time, if he comes to school, make sure he returns back to me with his school bag, with his food container, with his shirt, the same one he left the house with everything. Now they know me. They know me as this mother does not mess around. And so shall it remain. It's even getting worse. And I don't care how they feel about it. Because if you don't clamp on these teachers, social workers, nannies, and all that, they will mess up. They will just be playing like your child like a table tennis. And no human being will play my son as a table tennis. So mothers, fathers, don't let them play your children as a table tennis. Because life happens to people. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. As a mom, do your best to respect them, not to insult them in front of their siblings or in front of, in public. And whenever you make a mistake, go back to that child and apologize. It doesn't matter. And forgive yourself and move on. Forgive yourself and move on. Forgive yourself and move on. So I made it clear that I will not be here for too long. It is nice to see people. For the people that will watch this video, please, let's do our best. If we have any comments, please. If we have any questions, let's put it down on the comment section and all that. Please share the video, like and subscribe. Share the video, like it and subscribe it. It will help somebody somewhere. And that is the reality. I'll be back again next Sunday with another topic. This is for this mom and every other mom in her in this situation that is confused. They don't know how to go about it. They don't know whether they should throw this child away. They don't know whether they should, in fact, wrap this child in a bean bag and just put this child outside. I get it. I know and I understand. And nobody is judging you. And nobody can judge you. And don't judge yourself. For the fact that you are living with that child, you're doing a good job. Whoever that wants to come and judge you should come and try. Let the person come and try. It's as simple as that. As you do your best to the best of your capability, the good Lord will remain your strength. And that is the reality. So well done, that mom. I'm going to give you a call back. You know yourself. I will give you a call back so that we talk more. But I just felt I should share what we discussed with our family, and on YouTube. I will share it on Instagram, and I'm going to broadcast it on my broadcast list as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching your girl till the end of time. Nkechi Ejikeume on Who Cares to Care. I promise to give you short, swift, and sweet. Okay, I'm going to come back next week on live, same time. I apologize again for the internet messing around. I was here on time because I said I was going to be here by 6 o'clock. I was here on time, but because of unforeseen circumstances like internet, network, and all that, but Finally, we did it, and I'm glad we are here. Thank you for Damaka Glorious. Thank you. God bless you. Rolo, thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Even Pastor Paul that called in in between, and all that. So, yes, thank you, my people. See you. Take it easy. Have a blessed week. I'm back on Sunday, the same time. Thank you so much. It is well, Amaka Glorious. Thank you so much. See you soon on Who Cares to Care. Nkechi Ejikeume, your girl till the end of time, remains my name. Thank you. Bye.